I think could be fairly described as a kakistocracy now in the United States. Do you do much thinking or writing about this topic?
I don't think I've ever used the word kakistocracy in my writing, but maybe I've addressed the idea, which is that it's the rule of the worst people, or of the least competent. There is something about who Trump attracts to his orbit, and what kind of people want to work with him and be around him, and almost anybody who has real character, who has any ideals, who has any commitment to truth telling, to evidence, to even just to reality itself, to the world of real facts, is almost immediately made uncomfortable in the presence of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is somebody who's constantly seeking to shape reality to his own benefit, to change the facts, to tell a story or make up a myth, and who's perfectly capable of being totally inconsistent from one day to the next, or even from 1 hour to the next. I mean, the tariff story. 1 minute he was justifying the tariffs because it's going to bring back manufacturing to America. Another minute he was justifying them a few minutes later on the grounds that he was going to do great deals with countries. But if you're going to do deals and lift tariffs, then that's not going to bring back manufacturing to America. But he feels no need to be consistent, and he feels no need to be accurate. And so anybody who does, anyone who cares about telling the truth or about presenting accurate vision of the world, or who cares about making policy based on reality and not on this fiction that Trump promotes, is uncomfortable. And that means that all the people around him are simply manipulable, and they're willing to just do whatever he says, or they're people who have made a kind of moral sacrifice, who are doing something they know to be wrong. And sometimes you can see it on their faces. I mean, I think this was the core problem that Mike Waltz had, actually. The reason why he didn't fit into Trump's inner circle wasn't just because he put my editor, Jeffrey Goldberg, on a Signal chat. It was also because he, at least in the past, had an attachment to a certain ideas about foreign policy, a certain belief of America, what role it should play in the world. And he was just unable to lie convincingly on behalf of Trump when that violated his own his own morality or his own sense of the world. And he just couldn't be around Trump any longer. And of course, that happened repeatedly in Trump's first term. And in his second term, these are people who are self-selected. They're people who know what kind of person Trump is, who want to be there anyway.